values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
I love our Nebraska public schools. As a mom of high school students, I see the value public schools bring to our communities every day. It's where families come together to cheer for our team, engage with our teachers, and build long-lasting, trusted relationships in our communities. It's where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. I don't know if it's that way in other states, but here in Nebraska, public schools are the heart of our communities.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
In every community, there are unsung heroes. They're the ones who make a real difference every single day. News Channel Nebraska and Medica want to thank our community heroes, and now it's your chance to shine a spotlight on them. Nominate your local hero and let their story inspire us all. Winners get to donate $1,000 to a nonprofit of their choice, with over $5,000 donated to date. Together, we can celebrate those who make our communities brighter.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. The NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Aloe, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
The Class C2 Boys State Basketball Tournament continues at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. We already know the top seed Amherst Broncos are on to the state semifinals. Who will their opponent be? Summerland or Cross County? It's a 4 versus 5 matchup we're very much looking forward to. I'm Michael Shifley. He's Lou Siefker. Jake Bartecki will join us shortly. Lou, we do have something cool here. First ever trip to the state tournament as consolidated schools for both Summerland and Cross County. That means somebody's about to get their first ever win at state.
Yeah, that would be cool. I thought you were talking about the Cougar playing drums right behind me. That was cool. But that is cool too. Yeah, somebody's going to get their first win. This game really it stands out to me as, you know, it's a 4-5. but it seems like it's just really well-matched teams. I think this one's going to go down to the wire.
Summerland, they are the Bobcats, and they come out of northeast Nebraska. Ewing, Clearwater, and Orchard, and they've had a great season.
Yeah, they have. They're a really well-balanced team. They played really well, and they believe in themselves. If you don't understand that, how about the 17-point win in the fourth quarter, down 17 to Luther Northeast, came all the way back and won that game. This team believes it can win no matter what the score is.
They're going against Cross County. That's out of the communities of Stromsburg and Benedict in east central Nebraska. And Cross County has some serious size on their roster.
Yeah, they're going to attack the paint. Their point guard is 6'4". They got a big guy in the middle in Hollinger, and yeah, they're going to attack the paint. They're going to try to be physical, and they're going to try to out-physical Summerland here in this one.
It's the 4 versus 5 matchup with a spot in the state semis on the line. We'll give you the key players next.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Talking key players ahead of this Class C2 quarterfinal. We begin with the Summerland Bobcats. Sam Cheatham, a 6'2 junior that does some of everything for this team.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. He does a little bit of everything. Averages about 10 points a game. This is a balanced team. He doesn't necessarily have to be the scorer. It's what he does on the defensive side. And not only a good on-ball defender, but kind of starts that break and starts that transition game. What he does on defense, I think, is what's going to matter the most in this one.
The Cougars have a guy in Tanner Hollinger. He'll be the tallest player on the court and the strongest player on the court.
Yeah, he's 6'6", averages about 11 and 6 rebounds. You'd like to see him get a lot of rebounds. He's going to play football at Illinois. He's a big body. He needs to be big in this ballgame.
For more on this matchup and a little background on one of these schools, let's head across the court to Jake Bartecki.
Well, guys, in sports, you always want to see improvement. If you're starting a new program, if you're getting a new coach, rebuilding, you just want to see improvement. Gradually, game to game, year to year, possession to possession. And that's kind of been the story for the Summerland team since they opened a few years ago. Just 2 wins in their first year. Then they got up to 6, then to 9. Then last year, 18 wins in a district final. This year, they kicked down the door of the district final, make their first trip to state, and win 21 games. It's been a pretty good comeback and a pretty good turnaround gradually for this Summerland group. Now they're here at state in a battle of 2 teams, making their first ever trip to Lincoln.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
I think if you're somebody who's starting a business, or you're a farmer, or you just want somewhere to trust with your finances, you should choose Midwest Bank, because we work very hard to understand your situation and be a part of every step that you're going through. We truly care what's happening in our communities. We want to be out there, be a part of what's going on, and you'll feel the heart that we have for our communities. You'll feel the belief we have in our customers, and you'll really understand that that's the Midwest Bank way.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. One excellent game finished, and hopefully we have another one on deck right now. It's the number 4 team, the Summerland Bobcats, the number 5 squad, Cross County Cougars. Your school spotlight brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. We mentioned Stromsburg and Benedict, the two communities feeding Cross County High School, located just a few miles south there of Stromsburg. Stromsburg, they were runners-up back in the epic 1924 Class I state tournament.
Remember that well. Yeah,
yes.
It was a great team.
Now, Summerland, their feeder schools have had some recent success. Ewing, known for its sports prowess in multiple sports. They won state titles in 2006 and 2010 and just ran out of numbers to compete, and Summerland was created, as Jake just told us. Clearwater, both them and Orchard have had some success at the state tournament as well. Your school spotlight brought to you by Currency. We'll have the starting lineups and beginning of this Class C2 state quarterfinal game when we return to the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. We have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
Michael Shifley, Lou Siefker, Jake Bartek, your broadcast crew this morning for Class C2 quarterfinal action. Amherst survived one heck of a scare from the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Who will they get to play? Well, it'll be a team they haven't played this season. We know that much, but don't know which squad it will be. Both looking for their first win at the boys' state basketball tournament in school history. Let's show you who's going to be taking the court today. Both sides getting fired up ahead of this game. Starting lineups are brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul. Those are the Cross County Cougars, and they're led by fourth-year head coach Jimmy Blex. 21-5 a year ago, lost in the district final. They made consecutive district finals. Starting lineups: 6'1" junior Thatcher Hansen, 5'11" senior Alex Noyd, 6'2" junior Langdon Arbuck, 6'4" senior Ashton Syme, 6'6" senior Tanner Hollinger. Well, you heard a lot of seniors and a lot of height in that starting lineup for Cross County.
Yeah, I think the size, certainly the experience. This team's hungry. They lost last year in the district final to Norfolk Catholic. They got their chance here, and I think that's a hungry ball club, and with all that experience, we'll see how that experience outside the tournament plays here in the tournament.
No seniors in the starting lineup for head coach Brett Kotzer in his 5th year leading Summerland, his 10th year as a head coach at one of the schools involved in this consolidation. Starting lineup is Sam Cheatham, the 6'2" junior. Alec Schindler, 6'2" junior. Carter Bergman, 6'3" junior. Mike Koenig, a 6'4" junior. And Preston Hoke, a 6'2" junior. 5'8" junior Parker Napier comes off the bench. That's one heck of a junior class.
Yeah, it's a really good junior class, and you know, you want to win this year. You want to get to the state championship game, give yourself a chance this year. But no matter what happens with Summerland, you've got this whole team coming back next year. So this is a great experience for them to see what they can do and how that builds. You know, no one's thinking about next year right now, but what it would build for next year, what they learned this year in the state tournament.
That group of 6 junior contributors, a group that's been noticed in Northeast Nebraska since 5th or 6th grade. That's what Coach Kotzer said. He's known he's had this group coming up and has been waiting for them to mature, get to this point as basketball players, and now they're hoping they realize their potential here at the state tournaments.
Well, Michael, I think that's what really helps you is when you play together for a lot of years. Everybody knows what everybody does well, where everybody's going to be. That just really helps you when you have that sort of continuity.
An important thing to keep an eye on for Cross County, senior Alex Noyd, a starter all season, but he got hurt against Twin River in a sub-district tournament game. Hurt both his right foot and left knee in the same game. Only played a few minutes in the district final. He's a good shooter, and the Cougars hopeful that he can play at near 100% today.
Yeah, you'd love to have him coming off the bench in this ball game and making a difference off the bench. A good player, good shooter, as you mentioned. And I think, you know, you got a game that's so evenly matched. Both these teams average about the same amount of points. Cross country 58 to Summerland 57. You know, it's little things like, you know, the little plays that matter, but also, you know, what sort of production you have off the bench that can really come into play in a game like this.
Starting lineups being announced for Summerland. Head coach Brett Kotzer was the head coach at Ewing. Again, Ewing and Clearwater Orchard. Clearwater Orchard were already consolidated. Coach Kotzer was at Ewing, and they really struggled in his 5 years. Tough to find a winning season in recent memory for Ewing. Then get that merger, and just 5 years later, Summerland at state. So Coach Kotzer on a heck of a ride at his alma mater, Ewing, and now a feeder school of Ewing here at Summerland.
Yeah, I like the schools. You mentioned the feeder schools that make up Summerland. All have had some history in basketball, and that plays well when you put that together. And if they, you know, they mesh well. You mentioned that they've played together for a long time, so a lot of success in the past has led to a lot of success here in the present.
Cross County, one of the most competitive football teams in their classification in recent memory. Been playing at Memorial Stadium in recent seasons, and now they get to play at the Bob Devaney Sports Center here for the state quarterfinal game.
I think if there's one difference that stands out with these two teams is the rebounding prowess. About +6 if you compare the two. Cross County about 6 rebounds a game better than Summerland. So Summerland's got to do a good job really as a team to affect the glass on both ends of the floor. Certainly you don't want to allow Cross County a lot of offensive rebounds to keep those possessions going.
Oh, there you go. You got to love that sign. Mike Koenig, proud uncle of that adorable fan there for the Summerland Bobcats. We're ready for quarterfinal action. Who will get to face top seed Amherst in the semis? Summerland gets the first chance with the basketball. The Bobcats, 21-3 on this season. They charge right into the lane immediately with Alex Schindler. Winding up with the basketball. Bergman can't finish, but here's another look. Nice hesitation drive by Cheatham, and he's blocked. There's the length of this cross-county team. Coming up with that SWAT 6'4" senior Ashton Syme.
Yeah, there's a lot of size. It's going to be difficult in the paint today for Summerland.
Defensively for the Bobcats, you see a 1-3-1. Syme misses. Offensive rebound for Hansen.
They'll play some 2-3 zone as well, will the Bobcats, but they play with a lot of energy on that side of the court. One of their biggest strengths, their defense.
Yes, 1-3-1 is very active, and they could get out and run off of in transition off of steal.
Hansen, there is Noid. You see that wrap on his left knee. Wide left for Hansen on that shot. Noid the rebound. He's stripped, and a Summerland basketball. Wait, they stepped out of bounds. Hoke couldn't quite keep that basketball alive.
Well, so far, so good. We talked about Noid actually starting the ball game today.
Got injured against Twin River in the sub-district tournament. Set a good screen there. The sturdy 5'11" guard. Way long on the shot on the right side, but another offensive rebound. Both sides struggling to clear the defensive glass in the opening minutes.
The 1-3-1 is difficult, especially on those weak side rebounds. It's difficult to block out well in that 1-3-1 with only one guy on the backside.
Bobcat fans making some noise. That pass from the right wing to the left corner is turned over. Hansen to Noid, a missed connection.
We give credit right now on that possession to Summerland, just playing good 1-3-1 defense. Nothing there for the Cougars, end up throwing it away.
And there's a foul on that Summerland take. This is your first quarter presented by John Henry's, our family serving yours. That foul on Tanner Hollinger, a 6'6" senior for Cross County. 11 points, 7 rebounds a game. He is a critical piece of this Cross County squad, especially considering his size advantage compared to the Bobcats.
At 6'6", a big body, kid that's going to be playing college football, as we mentioned, for the Illinois Illini.
Straightaway three, way off from Koenig. Both teams struggle a bit from long range. 28% on the year for Summerland, 29% for Cross County. Good pass. Noid to Hollinger in the first 2 of the ball game.
Yeah, they work the basketball inside. Great pass. Hollinger finishes there underneath the bucket.
Bobcats against this man-to-man defense. The Cougars, they'll throw out some 1-3-1 as well, about 60-40 man-to-man primarily. 1-3-1 after that. They have a matchup zone they could turn to as well, but haven't needed to this season. Good cut to the basket, but a miss by the 6'2" junior Schindler.
A couple of misses there underneath the bucket already for Summerland. You've got to be able to score there when you get the ball in the paint.
Noid long on the 3. Good board by Koenig, who pushes it ahead. 1-on-1 and a blocking foul. Count the bucket. And Summerland, a chance at a 3-point play with Preston Hope.
Well, I think what you saw there is what Summerland's got to do, and that's just going to speed this game up. I don't know that they're going to win this game in the half court. And they like to get out and run in transition, primarily off of defensive steals, but this is a team that can play full court. Really balanced team, a lot of players that can score. I believe they have three guys averaging double figures in that starting lineup.
Well, and a big foul early on. That's the second foul on Tanner Hollinger, the key player for the Cougars, who is already on the bench. And a steal for Summerland. Hoke to the basket, drops it down. And the long 2-point jumper rattles out for the Bobcats. They passed it to a player on his back. Schindler was laying down, kept it alive, and now Hoke splashes in the 3-ball. 6 quick points.
Offensive rebounding leading to points. Hoke makes a big 3-pointer to get this Summerland team going.
Cross County, good ball rotation, and there's a foul on the court. Langdon Arbuck, the 6'2 junior, didn't have to do too much to get Schindler in the air.
Well, ball movement is so important against that 1-3-1. You can't be stagnant. You don't have a lot of dribbling. You move the ball around that zone, get that zone out of position. That's when you have your opportunities to score. That was really good possession for Cross County that last time.
And another steal for the Bobcats. Hoke once more. Not that time. And a timeout taken by Cross County. James Elgin into the game, scrapping for that loose basketball, and with 3:18 left in the first quarter. It's a 4-point lead for the Bobcats on NCN.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
it wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Cross County inbounding after the timeout. Got blitzed there by that full court pressure. Now beating that full court pressure, Syme is strong on the runner. Cougars do secure the offensive rebound, something they've been adept at early in this game. Elgin with the basketball. He got some starts in Noid's absence. Scores 5.5 points a game. He brings 6'4" off the bench. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Stroking home that three, Ashton Syme connects from long range. His 40th triple of the season.
And speaking of 6'4", Syme heads the point guard. He can stand out there and shoot over the top of people with that length.
Cougars switching things defensively. 3 ball for Hoke. Taking a lot of shots early on. He has all 6 of his team's points. Napier, a 5'8" junior, playing the top of that zone for the Bobcats now. 4.3 points per contest. And he's whistled for the hand check. Look at the bench for Cross County, and that is Shatrice White, one of the greatest women's basketball players in high school here in Nebraska history.
Yeah.
Shelby Rising City went on to play college ball at both Illinois and Florida State. We're going to hear more about her at halftime. Her first year as an assistant for Cross County. Beautiful find. Ashton Syme gets to the rack, draws the foul, gets the bucket to go.
Well, Syme just with a sharp curl cut into the lane, and that's a good pass. And again, there's where the size advantage matters. Catching the ball in the paint, you can go up over the defense, draw the foul. They're finding plays in the paint against that 1-3-1. That's a good sign for Cross County.
Ashton Syme has 6. The lead is 2 for the Cougars. Straightaway 3 ball for Koenig. Hits the back rim. Cross County, winners of 4 straight, 8 of their last 9. 22-5, the record under head coach Jimmy Blex. They upgraded their schedule this year. Here's Elgin beating that 1-3-1 at the rim.
Again, a shot in the paint.
3 ball rims out, contact, and a charge. That's the second foul on Koenig for Summerland.
That's an unfortunate play for Koenig. It was a hustle play to get to the loose ball, get that loose ball rebound, but ended up running over the Cougar player for the charging foul.
Good start for the Cougars. They added teams like Centennial, Adams Central, Auburn to their schedule this year, hoping to prepare themselves for Lincoln. Really prepare themselves for a district final where they've lost the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
This year they get it done, thanks in part to playing some of those tough teams.
That's how you prepare yourself for postseason. They got it done. That's a great job to get here.
At the basket, another bucket. That's where the Cougars are living, and this time it's Alex Noid.
Yeah, they are just feasting right now in the middle of that defense.
10 in a row for Cross County. And they have the basketball with the final 35 seconds of the first quarter at their disposal. Preston Hoke had a 6-0 solo run for Summerland to take the 6-2 lead. Cross County has dominated since that moment. Noid to Elgin. Elgin finishes.
Great catch and finish there by Elgin.
And that takes us to the end of quarter number 1 with the score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Cross County 14, Summerland 6.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success and achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
Introduce you guys to somebody who needs no introduction in high school basketball in Nebraska, and that is Cross County assistant coach Shatrice White, one of the best high school basketball players to ever play in the state of Nebraska. She took Shelby Rising City to state, and then she went on to play at Illinois and Florida State in college. Played at Illinois, averaged just shy of 16 points per game. Then she went to Florida State, averaged double figures there as well, averaged 12.5 for her career in Division I college basketball. And in her first year as an assistant coach for Cross County makes it to state. Guys?
Well, thank you very much, Jake. Great job by Coach Jimmy Blex, able to convince Shatrice White to join the staff. Just finished up her professional career abroad. Out of the quarter break, a bucket for Thatcher Hansen to make it 14 straight points for Cross County.
Right now, Cross County is getting anything they want inside the paint, and Summerland has missed like 3 pretty high percentage looks. So they're going to have to start making those shots. You've got to try to force Cross County out on the perimeter because they're just getting so many looks inside.
They were finding ways to seal off the bottom defenders in the zone, lob it in for easy twos. A shot fake, and the Cougars work it around. Noid, short. Another offensive rebound. Arbuck gets it outside, and the shot missed by Hansen, but a foul down low. Tanner Hollinger claps his hands on the bench, and that perhaps is one of the most grim parts of this beginning for Summerland. Cross County has been able to do this with the best player for the Cougars on the bench in foul trouble.
Yeah. So much size. You worried about that if you're Summerland. Right now, Cross County has a 12-4 rebound advantage. You cannot give up that many boards here and stay with the Cougars.
Working the Bobcats get some offense. Cheatham tracks down the dribble off of his foot. And a little seam for Schindler, and Schindler gets it to swirl around the rim and drop through.
And Schindler plays through contact. Did not get that foul called. Wanted an and one opportunity, but a good drive and a good look. And most importantly, a really nice finish there to get those points on the board.
Schindler only takes good shots. 62% shooter on the season. Little box out. Usually see that underneath the hoop, not on the opposite side of the court, but Ashton Syme boxed out the pursuing Bobcats there to keep the basketball.
And that was Sam Cheatham, the guy we talked about in the pregame, about his ability to make things happen defensively. Almost got a steal and a run out.
Sawyer Anderson worked the ball up the court. Sophomore getting some minutes here in the first half. Wyatt Hangelfeld turns it over. Here's Summerland, and what a swat! Ashton Syme! He came out of nowhere.
That was a big-time block. Syme has come to play. He's really affected this game in a positive way for Cross County.
And a deflection and steal again. Here's Cheatham against Syme. Skids to a stop and finishes.
Well, the one thing that's hurting Cross County right now is turnovers. That's another turnover, and that was our guy Cheatham again with the steal.
Deep three, Ashton Syme from NBA range. And the defensive board ripped away. Mike Koenig. Now Koenig to the hoop. And a blocking foul. Count the basket. And here come the Bobcats roaring back into this game.
Well, that's the thing about Summerland. The Bobcats are never out of a game. We mentioned the Lutheran High Northeast game. They were down 45-28 in that ball game going into the fourth quarter. Outscored the Eagles 21-1 in that fourth quarter to come back and win it. So this is a team that knows no matter what the score is, they're going to find a way to get back in it and give themselves a chance to win.
That was the second foul on Alex Noyd. He takes a seat. Tanner Hollinger returns and will play with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Hollinger's got to play smart. Don't take those chances and pick up that third foul.
7 straight points for the Bobcats. Given a different look with that defense now.
Yeah, it's almost like a 3-2 zone, like a 1-2-2, and then a 3-2 zone. It's kind of collapsing, though, which they need to do because Cross County was really exploiting that 1-3-1 inside.
Ashton Syme open for another 3, and Hollinger called for his 3rd foul. Tanner Hollinger back in the game for 30 seconds and picks up his 3rd.
Exactly what you couldn't have happen if you're Cross County. Battling for that rebound, just goes over the back. You give Koenig a lot of credit there, just battling on the boards. He had the inside position and forced Hollinger to climb his back, and he picks up that 3rd foul.
So big minutes for James Elgin, the 6'4" senior. Both Noyd and Hollinger on the bench. Hoke, the backdoor cut, and he draws a whistle. Preston Hoke will shoot 2.
I think that's one thing that gives you some hope if you're Summerland is if you're defending Summerland, you don't really have one guy that you go, you got to get on that guy. They've got a whole group of guys that can score. And Hoke has been that guy really in the first half for the Bobcats.
Well, stick around for halftime. We'll show you how this half went down. Your highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Timeout taken. The game of runs here in the first half on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
A look at the Summerland Bobcats, first trip to the state tournament. Well, they have another title in addition to district champions. They are Kings of Holt County.
Yeah.
And that's an important regional title there because there's some great basketball played in that county, which is where Ewing is. They beat O'Neill High, the much bigger Class C1 school. They beat St. Mary's, the private school in O'Neill, that's here at the state tournament. They beat Stewart, the westernmost Holt County team, and they went 2-1 against West Holt, which is in Atkinson, and that included a win in the sub-district championship game. So the Bobcats, Kings of Holt County.
Bragging rights there in Holt County for sure.
And a foul whistled just before the turnover. That goes against Hoke, his first. There's a look at Brett Kotzer, a Ewing graduate. Cross County, they enjoyed a 14-0 run earlier in this game, but are now witnessing an 8-0 stretch the other direction. Three ball from the corner, short and out of bounds. Last touched by Elgin after the miss by Anderson.
All right, Koenig for Summerland and Elgin for Cross County really going at it down there in that low post. Surprised there wasn't a foul called. Both guys really jockeying and you know, getting real physical underneath.
Summerland has had most of its success in transition. Can they find some half-court luck here? Not that time. Well short on the Koenig three. The winner of this game gets top seed Amherst in the state semifinals. The Broncos dispatching of Bridgeport in a competitive basketball game against the 8 seed. Anderson creating and finishing.
Well, Cross County really good at when they get the ball in the paint. That was an excellent dribble drive there right in the middle of the lane.
Tough post up and giving up some height. Schindler can't finish. Cougars may be content to run some clock here with their couple of their top scorers on the bench in Hollinger and Noyd. Syme tried to thread the bounce pass. It's taken away. Now Hoke for three. Back rim. Last touched by Syme.
Syme much taller than Cheatham, just able to poke that basketball away off that rebound out of bounds. Cross County just struggling right now to take care of the basketball.
Summerland coming off a district final win, blowout win, 65-34 over Perkins County. Coach Kotzer said it's the best game they played all year. Most complete game. Their defense set the tone. Their defense has gotten them back into this game. But now a deflection for the Cougars. And they'll slow it down. Syme to set up the offense. Bobcats started out in the 1-3-1, now more of a 3-2 look. Anderson bowling into the lane and a blocking foul. Looks like it was a little earlier in the possession than that final blow.
Right.
And it is the second foul on Schindler.
Yeah, you mentioned that Summerland defense, what they're doing now, they're kind of going back and forth between 3-2 and kind of a 2-3 or 1-2-2. They're just flexing that zone, but they're making it much tougher to get those entry passes inside, which was absolutely killing them in that 1-3-1.
Barrett Stearns comes in. He's playing against Elgin. Now Elgin rises and draws the whistle. Parker Napier, now he has 2. So that's a trio of Bobcats with 2 fouls. And a friendly roll for Elgin. He has 5 first-half points. Just short of his average, 5.5 per game. An 81% free throw shooter, makes them both.
Cross County going to throw some full court pressure, some token pressure.
Bobcats with 15 seconds to work with. Cross County has scored the last 4 points. Hoke inside, Stearns blocked away. It's good if it goes.
Oh.
And it was just off the mark for Ashton Sign. Each side with some stretches of dominance in the first half, and it equals a 2-possession game heading to halftime. We'll have your halftime highlights and a look forward to the third quarter next on NCN.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Well, welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where Cross County leads by 6, 20-14 here at the break. We talked about this in the pregame show of Summerland being a relatively new school. Just been open for a few years, and they're the co-op of Orchard, Ewing, and Clearwater. So wanted to figure out a little bit about why they're called Summerland. Obviously, none of those team names are called Summerland. None of those town names are called Summerland. Talked to an administrator before the game, and he said in that area, groups of people gave certain places certain names. They named the post office Summerland. They named the dance hall Summerland. They named a golf course Summerland. And now the road that the Bobcats call home for their school, where the co-op of Summerland sits, that's on the same road where that Summerland golf course was. So a unique little piece of information there as to the origin of the team name and the school name for the Bobcats. Michael, Lou?
Well, thank you very much, Jake. And it's always interesting how you come up with those town names. Cross County, I have not confirmed this, but I can tell you that Benedict is in York County and Stromsburg, Nebraska is not. They are in Polk County. So those two communities are cross-county communities. I'm going to wager that's the reason the Cougars are called Cross County.
I'd say that's a good bet. You know, with Summerland, I proposed Luland, but that was soundly rejected. So
amazing. Who would have? Man, I would have gotten behind that.
I was for it. I don't know.
Let's take a look at your halftime highlights. Enough of this. It's a low-scoring game, but good defense being played on both sides. Your halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections. Exceptional diamonds and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Well, a good start for Summerland, rather. They got ahead 6-2, but then you get a lot of Cross County. How about that? Laying down on his back, and Alex Schindler receives a pass and calmly gets rid of it. A three-point shot goes, and that was that shot that made it 6-2, courtesy of Preston Hoke. Lots of Cross County after that. Alex Noyd and company helping to build a 14-6 first quarter lead, 16-6 after the first basket of the second quarter. And it forced the Bobcats to get out of that 1-3-1. Three ball for Ashton Syme, still in the first quarter here. Syme had a team-high 6 points. Both him and Elgin reached that mark. Tough basket there for Alex Schindler. That stopped the 14-0 cross-county spurt. Ashton Syme, what a block. And Summerland takes advantage of a good second quarter run. They go on an 8-0 spurt. That made it a 2-point game that the Cougars then stretched out to a 6-point cushion here at halftime. Michael Shifley, Lou Siefker, you just heard from Jake. Lou, it's interesting how games develop. That first contest was a trading buckets type of game. No one built a big lead. Game of runs here so far.
Yeah, it certainly looked there for a while like Cross County was going to really establish themselves and maybe really take control of this game. They got the lead, but as Summerland is wont to do, they come back and they make a run of their own to get back in this thing. Big thing I think in the second half for Summerland is you got to do better on the boards. Down 17-5 on the boards. The good thing for Summerland is 3 of those 5 rebounds were offensive boards. Give themselves, I know one of them led to a 3-point shot. So if you can continue to attack that offensive glass, that's good. But boy, against Cross County's size, you've got to be able to handle that and do better on the boards. And for Cross County, you got to take care of the basketball. They had too many turnovers that really allowed Summerland back in this thing.
Well, foul trouble a key part as well. We'll break down that situation for you and get you the start of the third quarter when we return to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. It's number 4 Summerland, number 5 Cross County, and a 6-point game.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
A new year. A fresh start. A resolution to grow more. Gain more. Give more. The process is the same. Plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
I love our Nebraska public schools. As a mom of high school students, I see the value public schools bring to our communities every day. It's where families come together to cheer for our teams, engage with our teachers, and build long-lasting, trusted relationships in our communities. It's where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. I don't know if it's that way in other states, but here in Nebraska, public schools are the heart of our communities.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Getting ready to go here for the second half at the Devaney Center. Cross County up by 6. Talked to both coaches at the half. For Cross County, Jimmy Blex thought his team did a great job handling the moment and being patient in a spot where they haven't been before. Thought Summerland did a good job taking away their offense in the second quarter. Said the biggest key to the second half was rebounding. For head coach Brett Katzer for Summerland, he thought the team got good looks on offense that just weren't falling. Told them to stick to the game plan. Those shots will fall. He said his biggest key to the second half and the message during the break was get more intense defensively, and that'll lead to offense. Guys?
Thank you, Jake. Here's the foul trouble. Summerland, both Alex Schindler, Mike Koenig, and also Parker Napier, they each have 2 fouls. For Cross County, 3 on Tanner Hollinger, 2 on Alex Noyd. We agree. Happy birthday to Cole. Well, folks, we do want you to join in on the broadcast. You can do so via social media at NCN Sports, where you can find us. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you think of Boys State basketball tournament. Good maneuvering to the cup and a strong finish for Alex Schindler. A good start for the Bobcats in half number 2.
Yeah, good set there for the Bobcats. Cross County come out in a 1-3-1 now. They're throwing the 1-3-1 at Summerland.
I hope someone goes to Twitter and lets us know about that cafe you ate at. We talked about it last week. Cross County girls here at the state tournament.
In fairness, that was like 30 years ago. It might not even be there anymore, but I just remember it was a really, really good meal.
Where did Lou eat in Stromsburg? Let us know at NCN Sports. Good bucket by Ashton Syme. He leads all scorers with 8, and then Summerland turns it back over.
Well, Summerland did not have a lot of turnovers in that first half. You don't want to start turning it over now, especially down 6.
Hollinger starts the second half on the bench with those 3 fouls for the Cougars. Quick ball movement. Oh, and a reach-in foul. Sam Cheatham commits his first.
Like the touch pass there by Engelfelt. He had a really nice first half there for Cross County. He had 6 boards. That's good production from Engelfelt.
Junior scoring 5 points a game, gets the second half start, and Langdon Arbunk gets his first point. He comes there at the foul line. Summerland led by as much as 4. Cross County led by as much as 10. And each of those leads were in the first quarter. Good rebound by Bergman. Now he finds an open Schindler. Oh, can't hit from 8 feet. And now Syme attacking the basket. Spun it too short. Up ahead, Schindler through some contact. It's the last one to touch the basketball.
And suddenly this game has turned into more of an up-tempo game. That might favor Summerland.
Indeed. Bobcats are at their best when their defense leads to offense. They had a lull in the middle part of the season where they weren't trying as hard on defense, is plainly what Coach Kotzer said. Oh, solid teardrop. That's your Hansen. Coach Kotzer said they had to have a team meeting to refocus on defense, and that's what led them to the state tournament, but they've given up a few buckets in a row here. A 5-0 Cross County run.
Yeah, it was a good meeting there that really got this team playing well.
Preston Hoke off the mark and shrugs his shoulders. It's been an ice-cold shooting morning for the Bobcats, especially from beyond the arc.
Yeah, we talked about it with the girls tournament, how difficult it is to adjust to going from a high school gym to the bigger arena.
It's easier the closer you get to the hoop. That's where Cross County has been making a living. They turn it over. And then Syme called for the foul. Just his first.
It's a good effort there by Syme to get back. He commits the foul, but stop that play.
Sawyer Anderson, James Elgin return to the ball game. Sam Cheatham, just 2 points in the first half. See if the key player for the Bobcats can get it going in the second half. Hoke is cold since he scored 6 in a row in the first few minutes of the game. And a block from behind. How about Cheatham? He used 2 hands to get that swat. He punched it out from that Alex Noyd attempt. And it just isn't dropping for Hoke anymore, and he's starting to show it with his body language.
Yeah, he was moving away from the basket. That's a difficult shot when you're sliding to your left away from the basket, trying to get that one to go down.
Coach Kotzer says he has the ultimate confidence. Never going to stray from believing his shot's going to go in, but it hasn't gone in for him from the field since the first quarter. What a crossover. Now Anderson. No, Elgin gets the rebound and kicks it out of bounds. How long will Cross County go with Hollinger on the bench?
Well, when you're...
Well, there's your answer.
Yeah, right in front of us here. Up 9, though, you can take your time.
The senior center will return at the next dead ball for the Cougars. Here's Cheatham. Tough angle. And that's a foul on Hingelfeld, trying for an offensive rebound.
Fouls on the Cougars, number 32.
Hollinger at the scores table. Now he's coming in. Replaces Hingelfeld. Hansen returns to the game too, and Ashton Syme will get a break.
Hollinger's got to be smart here. You can't take silly chances and get yourself put back on the bench.
Hoke again, unable to convert, and he crashes hard to the deck. An open look for Hansen. Elgin, a monster on the backboards. And a timeout by Jimmy Blex preserves the possession for the Cross County Cougars, who have a 9-point lead midway through quarter number 3.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
That is Tanner Hollinger. He's going to play football at Illinois as a walk-on. Now, here's an interesting story, Lou. Tanner, a rare condition, he has an extra bone in his foot.
Yeah.
That leads to swelling, bruising, and tightness. And if you roll your ankle, it's just it accentuates the pain, and it's really plagued him since he rolled his ankle in January. Has not been at 100% since then, largely because he has that extra bone. It is possible that it can be removed. That might happen before he plays college football.
Yeah, I'm guessing for Hollinger, you'll have to get that removed. That's a good drive there for Summerland, and certainly Koenig. He's been really active. The team has struggled to rebound the basketball in this game with Summerland, but Koenig, he's got 6 boards all by himself.
Has 4 points to go with it. Summerland just 3 points here in the first 4 minutes and 51 seconds of the second quarter. He adds to it. There is Hollinger. Has the height advantage. Gets the ball back. And a blocking foul. That's against Summerland. They'll tag it on Koenig, who now has 3 of his own.
Koenig's not a short guy at 6'4", but he gives up some size to Hollinger, and he has been battling.
Hollinger, a familiar name to folks who follow high school sports. His dad is the superintendent there at Cross County. His brother Corey was a standout athlete. Oldest brother Grant, successful as well. Now Corey bringing up the rear, and he's going to take his talents to the Big Ten Conference in football.
You get a kid like Hollinger and you get him in one of them weight rooms, put a lot of weight on him. He's got a frame where he could get pretty big, I think.
Well, he loves basketball. It's not just about the gridiron. Coach Bleck saying that he always wanted to be a college basketball player, but kind of just grew into his frame and realized, oh, football is the best fit. Turning the corner and a foul. Elgin can't believe it. He's called for his third. And another trip to the stripe for Koenig.
Looked like Elgin timed that pretty well. Got him across the arm, it looks like there. That's a heck of a play. Elgin timed that really nicely.
Koenig now to 6 points, half of them coming here at the line. Free throw shooting, keeping Summerland within range here.
Elgin comes out with his third foul. We'll see how fouls mount up. The last game, we had, I think, a couple cheerleaders fouled out. There were so many fouls.
7-point game. Contest across town. They're at PBA. All why not? They lead 49-16 over St. Mary's of O'Neill. Well, there's Hollinger, his second made field goal.
That's the first clean look he's had in a while. Use that size, get the ball down in that low post, just turn and shoot over the defense.
Huge three ball, Mike Koenig. Just the second three of the game for Summerland, and it draws them to a 2-possession deficit.
Much needed shot there by Koenig. Absolutely, they got to get it on a run here as we head toward the fourth quarter.
Ashton Syme will set things up. Anderson has the ball knocked loose. Hoke returns to the game to spell Cheatham here. Important final minute 15 of the third quarter. Figure out who will have the momentum heading to the final stretch. Quarter number 4.
Could be big, too, for either team. Can Cross County kind of extend this lead, or can Summerland make it a lot closer?
Summerland has a couple fouls to give in this situation. Cross County does not. And there's a steal. Schindler to the rack. 4-point game.
Points off turnovers for Summerland. That can be the great equalizer to Cross County's size, and that's what Summerland wants to do, get out and run on transition.
Syme sees some daylight. Can't bank it in, and a rebound pulled down by the 5'8" Napier. Oh, foul from across the court. Helps out Preston Hoke.
That was a turnover, if not for the foul.
That is the 5th team foul on Cross County. Summerland should be shooting free throws. And now they realize, yep, going to line things up and put Preston Hoke at the line. A chance not only to cut it to a 2-point game, but to get the leading scorer on the season for Summerland back on track.
Yeah, I'd love to have Hoke knock down a couple of these if you're Summerland. Just get that basket opened up.
Oof. Yeah, he had 6 points in the first 3 minutes, just 1 point since.
Yeah, you just don't want to get this in your head right now where you're thinking too much. You want to play the game and the way you've played it all year. Sometimes when you start missing shots, you get in your own head. Hoke's just got to knock a free throw down here again, open that hoop up.
His first points of the second half makes it a 3-point contest. Hengelfelt with a couple defenders finds Syme, and the teardrop, a beauty.
Well, Syme is such a difficult matchup at 6'4", playing that point. That's a nice floater in the lane.
And a deflection for Cross County. Loose in the backcourt with 5 seconds for Summerland. Napier needs to launch. Instead it's Syme. It won't count. It almost went. But we head to quarter number 4. Not much separation. A 5-point game between the Bobcats and the Cougars.
In every community, there are unsung heroes. They're the ones who make a real difference every single day. News Channel Nebraska and Medica want to thank our community heroes, and now it's your chance to shine a spotlight on them. Nominate your local hero and let their story inspire us all. Winners get to donate $1,000 to a nonprofit of their choice, with over $5,000 donated to date. Together, we can celebrate those who make our communities brighter.
Well, there is Shatrice White. Jake told us about her earlier, one of the best girls basketball players in state history. 2,136 career points. That's in the top 10 all time. And she was doing some one-on-one workouts. She stopped her professional career overseas. Now she works at CVA. That's an area co-op, the Shelby area where she's from. Was doing some one-on-one skill workouts with cross-county players. Jimmy Bleck said, well, I might as well ask. Yeah. Shatrice, you want to be a coach? She wasn't sure. Made up her mind finally in October. She led the JV team this year, works on overall skill development. Coach Bleck says she's capable of a head coach. Needs to decide if that's the career path she wants to do, but she has been a big addition to this cross-county bench.
Yeah, that is a great addition, and I think she'd be a great coach. Fantastic player back in the day, and you can learn a lot from Shatrice White.
He said she's not been afraid to put her foot down coaching the cross-county boys. Inside to Hengelfelt. He gets triple teamed. And a reach-in foul against the Bobcats.
When that triple team comes, if you're Hengelfelt, you want to pass that out a little bit quicker. Move that basketball out to the perimeter off that triple team when you've got spot-up shooters available.
Lob into Hollinger, and it's off the mark. Nearing double-figure turnovers for Cross County. Open three, Koenig rips the nets. Mike Koenig, 13 of his team's 29, and it's a two-point game.
Huge, huge make. You mentioned a two-point game. The question now is, which team without the state experience, who's gonna step up and who's gonna, maintain their composure in a very tight ball game?
Closest margin since it was 16-14. Both schools, their first journey as a consolidated school to the boys state basketball's tournament. And they want their first win in program history on top of that. Here's Syme. Everything starts with him for the Cougars. And that basket drops, plus a chance for a three-point play.
Well, to me, Syme is the toughest matchup for the Summerland team. He's not only tall, 6'4", handles the ball well. He's got great length, and you saw there, that's a nice drive and finish through contact. Boy, I think he could really be a difference maker down the stretch for Cross County.
Leads the team in every statistical category except rebounding. Spins out on the and one opportunity. Here's Koenig. He's been the go-to guy on offense, but he's swatted, erased by Thatcher Hansen. Now Anderson with a stiff arm out in front, misses the shot. Scoring has been tough to come by for Summerland. They cannot afford to fall behind by much more than this.
Yeah, you've got to keep this game close.
Tough shot. Doesn't go for Hoke. The winner of this game plays Amherst in the Class C2 semi-finals. A chance to go against the top seed. Syme tripped up. That's already the third foul on Summerland. And they say it's a shooting foul.
Well, Syme's ability to break Summerland down off the dribble has been huge late in this ball game. You saw it right there. That's twice he's been able to really get the ball all the way to the basket, draw fouls. They got to find a way. If you're Summerland, you got to try to force him to kick it out. That's a good quick move. He gets tripped up there right at the end.
This is your fourth quarter, brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Ashton Syme now with 14 game-high points. Still a two-possession game. And that is the second on Hansen. Summerland trying to draw some wisdom perhaps from their head coach Brett Kotzer. The Ewing native won the state title his freshman year. He started on that Tigers team and he calls timeout here. We'll take a break with them. 35-29, Cross County in front on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
A look there at the Summerland huddle, talking about Coach Brett Kotzer, who played for Ewing. He played under Greg Appleby, legendary head coach there. And once he graduated college, Coach Appleby said, hey, come be an assistant. He was an assistant for a year, then got the head coach job. Appleby was his activities director. And still a presence on the bench, Ed Johnson, an assistant coach, who helped coach Brett Kotzer. And Coach Kotzer saying every time he sees Greg Appleby and Ed Johnson, even though he is in charge, he still has to call them coach. He's never been able to shed giving them that title.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to do that.
See if some of that wisdom can translate to some fourth quarter offense for Summerland. An open three ball. Doesn't drop for Sam Cheatham. And then a foul on the Bobcats trying for the rebound.
We saw the Bobcats running a weave against the man-to-man that Cross County's playing. Got a reasonable shot out of that, but 5:06 to go, down 6. The lowest Summerland point total of the year was 41 against Plainview, only 29 now with 5 minutes to go.
Credit this Cross County defense, not giving up much at the hoop to the Bobcats, who have not shot it well from beyond the arc. And a tough finish for Ashton Syme, who has taken over this game in the fourth quarter.
A great find by Noy, just scooped it right over to the cutting Syme for the easy bucket. You're right, Syme has been the difference.
And still the lid on the basket from long range for Summerland.
Yeah, those shots got to start falling here. Only 4:19 and counting to go, and you're already down 8 points.
Well, the magic number for the Bobcats this year has been 50. There's a trip. That is the 5th team foul on Summerland, 3rd on Cheatham. Every time that Summerland has held an opponent under 50 points, they've won the game.
Yeah.
Not sure if Cross County is going to get there, but right now the Cougars are looking good.
Yeah, I don't think either team's going to get to 50. But yeah, you're right. That's been the calling card for Summerland, is just playing great defense. They win when they hold teams under 50. And but now, boy, one free throw away from a double-digit deficit. We've seen, as we mentioned, Summerland has come back before from seemingly impossible odds. It's going to be very difficult, though, and if that free throw falls, now you're down 10. They got half the fourth quarter to work with.
Cross County in control late. Koenig can't change that, and there's Syme with another rebound.
Kind of a quick, long three-point shot, really out of rhythm, and that's what a lot of Summerlin shots have been.
And no reason for the Cougars to rush.
Now you can be really selective. No shot clock, up 10.
Syme able to turn the corner. Schindler, his fourth foul. Cross County will spend a lot of time at the free throw line in the remaining 3.5 minutes, a place where they shoot 64% as a team. Syme is almost automatic. Missed there, but 84% on the year.
No broadcaster's jinx on that one.
I said it after the miss.
After.
He has a game-high 17, has really excelled in the second half with 11.
Summerlin, you just got to score. You got to get a bucket here and then set up your defense. You're able to turn teams over. You've been able to turn Cross County over in this ball game, but you've got to score the basketball.
The first basket of the quarter was a 3 for Summerlin from Mike Koenig. Since then, 9 in a row for Cross County.
Nice.
And the body language for Summerlin has been negative for much of this game. Especially Preston Hoke, who has struggled to get going, and now as the offensive woes pile up, hands on the head there for Cheatham.
A lot of frustration, and this free throw adds to it. But he ran a nice play, a backdoor cut off the high post pass. Got to come up with some points here.
Just 3 on the game for Cheatham. That does end that 9-0 stretch. Timeout on the court. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard with Cross County in charge. Well, they made some signs in Stromsburg and Benedict coming into this. I've loved the attendance, communities from the Panhandle and Bridgeport, Central Nebraska and Amherst, Northeast Nebraska for Summerland. Well, just about an hour away in Cross County. They've all brought excellent fan bases, students, parents, family members, supporters here to the Bob this morning.
I think that timeout with Coach Kotzer it probably would be to address that. Look, you're down 10, but it's not over. You had over 3 minutes left before that timeout.
And Coach Blex wants timeout. It's a full timeout for Cross County. Gives us a chance to talk some more about the Cougars and mention how they really beefed up that schedule this season. Cross County played Auburn. We know all about them. They've been to the state title game 5 straight years in Class C1. So added them, Adams Central, some other tough opponents to really beef up that schedule. They're in the Crossroads Conference, the CRC. It's largely D1 and D2 schools. So they added Auburn, had to go on the road there. They got humbled, lost by 18. Since then, they haven't lost.
Yeah. Well, you learn a lot from games like that. Schools like Auburn that are so successful, you compete against them, you learn about yourself and how you compete, and you take that, moving forward. And I think it certainly has showed up here. They've certainly been the team that has handled this situation better than Cross County. But again, the timeout, Cross County called timeout, but for Summerland, you just got to go back to that Lutheran High game. Don't give up so quickly. I mean, make some plays, get a couple steals, get a couple runouts, and put the pressure on Cross County. Cross County, it's about ball security, you know, and if you're going to take a shot, it's going to be a lay-in.
There's a foul on Hollinger, clearing some space. That is his 4th.
Well, credit Michael Koenig there to get that foul called. That's the turnover. It gives Summerland the basketball. Now you've got to be good offensively. You've got to come away with points on every possession.
They run 2 screens for Cheatham. Get some switches. Now an open 3 for Koenig, way off. Tracks down the miss. Setting his feet, firing. Schindler is long by a couple feet. Cross County now into the half court, exactly where they want to be. Syme out of control, walked with it. Coach Blex, and he had that connection to Auburn. He actually grew up in Auburn, went to Syracuse High School. Has that Southeast Nebraska connection. Coached at Cambridge, was briefly at Shelby Rising City. His first game in his lone year at Shelby Rising City was against Cross County. Now he's the head coach of the Cougars in his 4th year.
Well, about 2 minutes away from advancing to the semifinals.
Ooh, nobody home.
I think he was expecting a backdoor cut that time, and Cheatham popped out instead of going backdoor.
Well, now a hobbling Carter Bergman takes a seat. Napier replaces him, and time running out for Summerland. Offense dried up for the Cougars, or rather for the Bobcats. They have just 1 made field goal in the 4th quarter.
Cross County going to take care of the basketball, run some clock. You find a layup, you take it. Otherwise, you force Summerland to come out and foul you.
Anderson, beautiful find, and there's a foul. Hansen will shoot 2.
And that shot's often available when you get that defense scrambling. You find that something down along the baseline. In that case, it was a nice drive by Hansen to get fouled.
The winner gets Amherst. Looking like it'll be Cross County, and thinking ahead just a little bit. Amherst's going to have a challenge trying to handle that size. I mean, the Cougars across the board. You have 6'6" with Hollinger, 6'4" for both Elgin and Syme, and then off the bench you bring Hengelfeld at 6'5".
Yeah, they got some big dudes. There's no question about it.
Hoke again, it just doesn't drop for him today, and they wrap up on Hollinger, and no foul called. Foul trouble played a factor in this game, even bigger factor in the Amherst-Bridgeport game. And both sides tomorrow, or pardon me, both sides on Friday, are going to try to avoid foul trouble between the Cougars and the Broncos. Timeout on the court. It's an 11-point lead for Cross County. They're closing in on a quarterfinals win.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Oh, they're getting fired up. That's a school administrator leading the roller coaster celebration for Cross County. The Cougars trying to finish off Summerland in their first appearance at the Boys State Tournament as a consolidated school. Lou, here's some more history. Benedict, one of the 2 feeder communities. Benedict last won a state tournament game in 1984. Stromsburg, the last time they won a game in the Boys State Tournament 1927.
Yeah, back in my junior year, I think that was.
So it's been a while.
So it's been a while. So the turnover there, the one thing that the Cougars have struggled with is just taking care of their basketball. I got them for 13 turnovers in this ball game.
Has been one weakness for Cross County. There's a foul on Hoke.
But they have been dominant on the boards, as you would expect with their size. If anything, now you're trying to put this game away, obviously, but you want to have a good, strong finish to this game and play well, because you've got a very tough assignment coming up Friday. You don't want to kind of, you get the lead and then play poorly as you end the ball game. You want to finish this out strong.
Hollinger, saddled with foul trouble most of this game, has 6 points.
Hollinger was 7 and 5. Engelfeld off the bench. He had 9 boards coming off the bench. That's a great job. That's great production coming in and felling Hollinger.
Koenig, the source of much of the Summerland offense, comes up empty there. And again, Cross County's defense, spectacular. They've held Summerland's to a season low here, 30 points, but just 4 total points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
1 made field goal.
Yeah, they've really forced Summerland out in more in the perimeter, and Summerland has struggled making shots from downtown in this one. And when you do that and a team's struggling, they're not finding anything inside, that's what leads to you kind of see the body language going bad when shots aren't falling. It's been a testament to Cross County's excellent defense.
Who's going to draw Hadwiger defensively, you think? You put Hollinger on him or Syme?
I'm just glad it's not me. That's all I know.
Oh, what a strip. Sawyer Anderson played a good ball game himself. Now it's Hollinger's turn to shoot 2. We do have more basketball on the way here on NCN. We'll take a little break here after this game, but we'll be back at it. 1:20 is our broadcast start. 1:30 the tip-off time for the next series of games. Still here in Class C2. It will be Ponca, the 2 seed, against 7 seed Norfolk Catholic. Immediately following that, number 3 Cedar Catholic against number 6 Lincoln Lutheran. So that's still on the slate today. Then the evening session is Class D2. Lots to look forward to here on News Channel Nebraska.
I'm excited for those afternoon games. I really like that Ponca Norfolk Catholic game. I think that's going to be an outstanding game. 2 versus 7, but I think it's going to be a very, very close game.
Oh, I'm with you. You have the bigger Norfolk Catholic squad against the quicker Ponca team.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the players in that game, but there's some real standouts in that one.
Yeah, the shooters of Ponca against the burly post players of Norfolk Catholic. Final seconds here, some reserves on the court. Shot by Summerland's Barrett Stearns misses. Summerland will see its season close with a 21-4 record. The Cross County Cougars improve to 23-5, and with that buzzer, secure the first win at the Boys State Basketball Tournament in school history. The Cougars use tough defense to smother the Bobcats and move on to the state semifinals with a 14-point win. It will be cross county in Amherst on Friday for a spot in the state title game. Up next, a conversation with the winning head coach and player of the game on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Standing by with our player of the game, Mr. Ashton Syme, a 20-point performance. And Ashton, in your team's school's first ever trip to state, you lead them to the victory. Tell me what that means.
It feels great. We haven't done it in 40 years, and we just plan to keep going.
Take me through the performance. Obviously a 20-piecer here tonight. What was working so well for you? You guys really got off to a good start in this one and never slowed down.
It starts with my teammates that are finding me cutting to the rim and just start some practice, hitting shots and bringing it here.
Take on Amherst now in the semifinals. What do you know about another team out towards that part of the state that's very dangerous?
Yeah, they're tough. Number one in the state and just starts on the defensive side.
Congratulations, Ash. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
We'll bring in our head coach, Mr. Jimmy Black. So loud ovation for Ashton Syme as he heads back the other way. Yeah, it's time for you, Coach. We're ready. Ashton, you're more than welcome to stay on. Well, Coach, I'll start with a question for you kind of about what this means. This is the first win for you guys here, and in your first ever showing here, what does that mean and how important was that for you to do?
I was really nervous about how we were going to play. I thought our kids, the last game was where we had the most pressure, punching our ticket to get to Lincoln, and our kids came out and settled in pretty quick. I thought our defensive intensity was as good as it's been all year. We rebounded really well. We did a lot of good things. So it's huge for our school. I mean, first time being here, like you said, and then having an opportunity to get a win. It's monumental just to play 3 games down here and have a shot to keep going. And but getting 3 games on your first trip is definitely a plus. But we got a tough one with Amherst coming up, and hopefully we can come out and compete with them and put a good product on the floor.
We talked at halftime. You guys said the rebounding is what you really needed to ramp up, and you guys were relentless on the glass in the second half. What was the kind of the strategy there?
Just work hard. It's all effort and attitude. Our kids have really bought into that. Last year that was a weakness, which was unacceptable for our size because all these guys were playing last year too. Kids have really bought into just being a little more physical, a little more attention to detail on those things. So give them their credit. And Summerland is a good team, and it was a fun game for sure.
Well, Ashton was a man of few words, but he definitely didn't show it on the floor today. He had a good performance. Tell me a little bit about your leader there.
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's awesome. He's been a fun kid to coach for 4 years. He works his butt off. He's leader by example. He's not going to overwhelm you with his voice and come out, but he works his butt off in the weight room, in the gym. He's all over the place. So he's going to be missed, but I'm glad we get 2 more games with him.
Coach Blex, congratulations. See you in the semis.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll send it back over to Michael and Lou to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Jake, and congratulations to the Cougars. Big victory by 14 over Summerland. We got lots of Cougars highlights to show you here. Your top plays brought to you by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. A 4 versus 5 matchup in Class C2. A spot in the semifinals on the line. Both of these programs at the state tournament for the first time as a consolidated school. Summerland using some creative passing, a player on his back, and they eventually find Preston Hoke. He sinks the 3 ball, and a 6-2 lead for Summerland. But Cross County had the response. Here's James Elgin underneath the basket. They shredded the 1-3-1 zone defense to close the first quarter on a 12-0 run. Got the first bucket of the second quarter as well, did the Cougars. There's Ashton Syme filling it up from distance there. Second quarter action, and Summerland has the response. They follow that 14-0 streak by Cross County with 8 in a row of their own. Ashton Syme, though, has the denial on that lay-in. Now at the hoop, an and one. Terrific bucket for Mike Koenig. He led the Bobcats with 13 points. Second half action, and Cross County trying to get some separation. Thatcher Hansen finds the basket. Now it's Koenig again. Splashes in the 3 ball. He hit 2 of them in the second half. Towards the end of the third quarter, the defense kicked it up a notch for the Bobcats. They're climbing back into this game. They were down 9, but cut it to a 5-point contest heading to quarter number 4. And the open of quarter number 4 is a 3. Again, it's Koenig, and a 2-point game, 31-29. That's when Ashton Syme got the phone call saying, time to take over, senior, and he did. Back-to-back buckets there. Had 17 to lead all scorers, and it's Cross County who's able to finish off Summerland, post a 44-30 victory. Cross County on to the semifinals to take on Amherst. That game will be on Friday. It will be a 1:30 tip-off, that game at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Let's take a look at the bracket. There it is. Those two we broadcast this morning. Now our next two, Ponca Norfolk Catholic, Cedar Catholic against Lincoln Lutheran. Looking forward to the afternoon slate.
Yeah, this should be fun games this afternoon. You know, for Cross County, the challenge now is you won your first ever state tournament game. You want to enjoy it, but you don't want to celebrate too much because you've got a very difficult assignment against a very good and very motivated Amherst team. So they certainly want to come out and play well in that game. But congratulations to Cross County getting that first state tournament win.
Well, we're looking forward to those next games. Again, those broadcasts coming up shortly. We'll be off for about 50 minutes here at 1:20. We'll come back and get you ready for that 1:30 game. We hope you stick with us for this afternoon. And then on to the evening games in Class D2. Amherst and Cross County are winners so far. Thanks so much to all of our sponsors who made this possible. Our crews, led by Tyler Lechner, Connor Luby. On behalf of Eric McKay, Jake Bartecki, and Lou Siefker, I'm Michael Scheifele. Thanks for watching, and join us again this afternoon on NCN.
Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axmit with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team, talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's, we're going to go play with a few kids. You know, we're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. You know, there's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 Initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player in Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axamit. We'll see you next time.